Checking in live. We'll do it live here, 10:01 a.m. Thursday. Wait, it's Tuesday. You're already off to a trippy start. It is Tuesday, definitely not Thursday. January 6th, 10:01 a.m. here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Checking in here. I haven't been on the video in a while, so I wanted to get a video in before we left town. We're leaving first thing tomorrow morning for Boca Raton, Florida. Meeting some friends down there for a week. Looking forward to a beautiful weather because, the weather gets old here fast in Northwest Indiana this time of year. And Lady tans a lot. She needs certain doses of actual sun. So, we got to travel around all year chasing the sun. And I'm fine with that because that's my special lady friend. Anyways, we're off to like a rocking start to the year. As you can see, it's January 6th and we're up $194,000. Hello. And all due to my favorite silver medal, silver. These two positions were put on last week, one on Monday, the other on Wednesday, and they're already up $164,000. Hello. And I did add a couple more 100 shares of AGQ since the last time we talked. Average price of just over 160. Yeah, when I added the last round, my average cost actually went up a bit, but we're still under that 161 mark, and it's currently trading at 201.02. And today, when it hit 200, because last time I missed it, and I think I had told you last time, if it hits 200, I'm going to sell some calls. So I went with that same plan today, even though I certainly think silver's still going up. So I did sell 10 days, so it's next Friday expiration on AGQ, 4 contracts, 210 strike, and I was able to put $6,440 into my Velcro wallet, stuffed, nestled into my skinny jeans. Last week, it was a good week, except I got just beat down on Wednesday. It was a very erratic day in the S&P futures, and I ended up losing $4,562, but the week ended up still up a nice amount, $21,925. So that's exciting. What about the charts? Oh, okay. So we've now hit the next support, 69.55, twice. This is S&P 500 futures, ticker symbol ES. So this is the types of move we look for, right? We look for these flushes down and then squeeze up. I definitely didn't catch any part of this because I was actually waiting for it to revisit and break, at least wick into under 38. Didn't get that, so I missed this entire ride up. Excuse me. Now I would still be looking down a bit before I'd get into a trade, since it's the day before and I'm leaving, finish up some packing, all the good stuff. We got to drop poor Stella Bella off at the dog sitters. So that'll be sad for us and her, but very well taken. The lady's wonderful, a retired school teacher and her husband. Okay, so I'd be looking for, if we can get under 50 here, I'd probably go in a contract or two. And then if it gets a bigger flush, then I'd be looking for a bigger trade. But I don't look for anything to go below. Is this today? Yeah. I don't think it's going to flush back under today's low. But so 38 would be a really interesting spot to go long in the S&P 500 futures silver. Okay, we got a little, what's our top of the day? 87.95-ish. And we've had 1, 2, might have another move down here into the 79s before heading back up and taking the top off of today's high. But with silver, you never do know. Never do know, because it acts crazy. Okay. Yeah, next stop will be, if we can clear today's high, then we're going to be pushing up and then through the all-time high on our way to 90 plus, with probably a stop at 100. All right, so here's excuse me, microphone. I did sell the covered calls today at 200, and now it's dipped back under 200. So those calls might already be showing up. I'd like them to be blown out and then the market take them away from me, because that means silver's still rolling. SLV, which is, you can see the huge gap up today. I don't expect a lower low today. I do expect a higher high. Gold acting essentially the same way right now as silver. I'd be looking up way more so than down going forward. But again, these metals, they are a bit manipulated. The manipulators are losing their grip, so they're panicking. I'm certain of it. Bitcoin, we talked about this for weeks, finally broke out of that mid channel. So it's looking pretty good. Now it just needs to break out of that, basically get to 95 plus, but first would be to, 95 plus. In fact, we'll move it up to 95. 95, which would be a very good sign, which is right around the corner. It's very hard to get this exact. We'll just put it there. So break through that channel could be a beautiful ride up back into the six figures there, but I'm not interested. I'm still going to try to be very patient with Bitcoin, focusing my attention and my education on S&P 500 futures and silver and gold. What is the gold silver ratio? Oh yeah, look at that thing. Just plummeting. So soon, probably starting, when do we go back to gold? Sorry, talking out loud still. If we approach back down here today, I'd probably be looking to buy some physical gold. Way up here at all-time highs? Yeah. Minimum's 5,000, probably this spring. So it's already January. Okay, getting down. We're now through 55, next stop 49. I'd still, like I said, I might look for a contract or two. What are we looking on? What are we at on oversold? Oh yeah, deeply oversold right now. Deeply oversold. So we'll be watching, because you know what has happened to me many times in the past is I get chopped up in the trying to catch the falling knife. So I'll be very conservative today. At least that's always the plan, right, Terry? That's right, Bart. So that is that. Silver, gold, looking like beautiful things. Go back here. Yeah, the AGQ calls are showing down $40, but like I said, I did gather over 60. Was it 6,400? Yeah, 6,440. So that'll just about pay for our trip to Boca Raton. Okay, look at these beauties, up 154, over $154,000 in just a week. Feels good. Yeah. All right, girls were home for the holidays. That was wonderful. Can't complain at this household. We had a wonderful Christmas time, New Year's, and IU football won again. Packers in the playoffs, limping into the playoffs against our rivals, the Bears. So we'll be at a sports bar Saturday night watching that game. And like I said, looking for one of my, me and ladies' favorite things to do is walking on a beach with the sunshine, with the waves, all of those things. Just a little special touch on top of a blessed life. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video and this channel with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.